Now, Isaiah Sharp with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Taking a quick live look at the Village at Meridian. Temperature sitting really nice, 68 the current temperature. Not too many people outdoors enjoying this nice weather, but they should be. We had quite the hot summer. I would want to be outside as much as possible. I know it's late, but still, the cool temperatures are lovely after what was a fairly warm summer in Boise, actually the second hottest on record. And I'm bringing this up because we actually have some heat on the way, and it's only the second day of fall. But man, after this summer with temperatures 20 plus days, 20 days actually, 100 plus degrees, 108, one of the highest. Temperatures are not going to be falling as quickly as we want them to, even though it is the second day of fall. This high pressure ridge that is sitting right over the top of Oregon going to be making its way into the Gem State, bringing in some 90-degree temperature ranges. It's been quite some time since we've seen some 90s here in the Treasure Valley, but that ridge right there is going to be bringing in the warmth to our area. Luckily, there is going to be a cold front following right afterwards, bringing in cooler temperatures, dropping into the 70s over this weekend. Now, you see this system right here, this low pressure system bringing in a ton of precipitation to the coast, but I'm going to put my hand right about here, and as you can see, everything to the south, there's not too much activity happening. A lot of stuff going to be happening in the McCall area. Northern Idaho going to be receiving some rain, but as for the Treasure Valley region, maybe some of the mountain ranges will see a little bit of precipitation, but everything in the Treasure Valley south not going to be getting any rain. They're going to be getting the cooler temperatures though. Things will start to dip down after we see the weekend, and temperatures potentially going to even drop even further. This is heading into Sunday. We've got this ridge that's going to be bringing in some colder temperatures for the Gem State, and it's going to be nice. Might actually finally see that fall drop that we've been waiting for quite some time after one of the toastiest summers we've seen here in Idaho. 80 degrees in Boise, the highest we've seen, 78 down in Twin Falls, 73 in Ketchum, and you see that 90 down in Medford, Oregon. That's going to be the norm for us in just a few moments. 86 expected tomorrow, high 80s and 90s across the board in places like Oregon and Washington. The Gem State will follow suit very soon afterwards. 83 expected in Twin Falls tomorrow, 74 in Ketchum. But those temperatures are going to be warming up. After a fairly warm summer, we're going to be seeing a warm start to the fall season. Unfortunately, this is our 6 to 10 day outlook into the first couple of days of October. And as you can see, heat is reigning right over the top of Utah, Nevada, and parts of Colorado. And the southern part of the Gem State also going to be sitting in that warmer than normal category. Some of that kind of starts tomorrow. We'll see mid to upper 80s expected in the Treasure Valley, 87, one of the warmest in Vail, Weiser, and in Emmett. Clear skies are expected, 80s expected, mid 80s expected in the central Treasure Valley area. Western Central Mountains going to be sitting into the 70s for McCall and Cascade, 80s everywhere else, but 90s up in Riggin, one of the warmest in Idaho. I'm going to be excited to see what temperatures are heading into Wednesday, because that is just going to continue to climb with all the clear skies that we have on top of that as well. Eastern Central Mountains, a little bit of a different trend. Sometimes the warmest is usually Fairfield or Haley, but the warmest heading into tomorrow is going to be Stanley, with one of the lowest temperatures on top of that too overnight, sitting at 32 with mostly clear conditions. Magic Valley region also going to be sitting into the mid to low 80s, I should say, with partly cloudy skies, mostly sunny expected for a majority of the region. Heading into tomorrow, that's when the warm up is going to start, and then 90s expected on Wednesday. Watch this temperature potentially climb. We'll see potentially 95 in some parts of the Treasure Valley. After that, temperatures are going to take a steep drop afterwards. 80s expected Thursday, Friday, 70s expected on your Saturday and your Sunday.